Hi, welcome to my channel, The Divine Storm 369, previously known as 369 Tarot. Thank you for being here. I'm so glad that you're here, and I'm going to do a reading for you guys because honestly, I have felt that there was just really this sinking feeling in the collective today. And I know that Mars is transiting Sagittarius. So I do feel like it could be due to that. And I think that a lot of times when Mars is transiting any fire sign, there is an overabundance of energy. It can bring up some anger, disagreements, conflicts. So I'm feeling like a very large part of the collective has probably had some conflict today, maybe some disagreements, with that Mars going into Sagittarius. And this can really create a situation where egos can flare. It can create a situation where it's a very good time to learn about spirituality, religion, and also to take on new faiths, learn about new belief systems. But it's also on the opposite end of that. You can get stuck in certain beliefs and dogmatic styles of thinking and really allow your ego to drive you in that way. So always I feel like there's some sort of clash between your ego, your beliefs, and your emotions. And so I feel like that can come out very intensely in our relationships as well. So let's go ahead and do a reading here. Okay, let's do a third-party reading because I want to see how the feminine and the masculine collective is being affected by this, but then I also want to take a look at how the karmic energy is being affected by this. Okay, so yeah, Mars and Sagittarius, you have to, I feel like that's a type of energy where you can really get drawn in or sucked into something, right? And I feel like it's a perfect time to where you could really soak up knowledge, really just soaking up all kinds of knowledge like a sponge. So it's a perfect time for learning, and specifically with spirituality, even magic, things like that. Anything that involves like a higher study, higher knowledge. But it can also bring out that kind of energy of like, oh, I know better than you, or I think I'm better than you, or that type of energy. So with Mars and Sagittarius, you can really go against your own intuition, right? And follow this belief system that you've constructed in some type of way. And I think it can be very reactionary, Mars and Sagittarius, when someone feels that their beliefs are tested. And it doesn't even have to be that you feel like your beliefs are tested personally, but it could be just a reaction, right? So reactionary energy is also another good way to describe Mars and Sagittarius. So this would be like reacting based on these beliefs or ideals that you've uncovered, right? I think that there's also with Mars and Sagittarius a conflict, between the whole and the individual part that's part of a whole. So we could see some conflict there as well. But yeah, I just feel like there is some conflict in the collective. Okay, I felt it today. I felt the sinking feeling. So let's go ahead and take a look and see what the cards have to say here. All right. So let's get the mutual energy here between the divine masculine, divine feminine energy. Okay. And let's go ahead and get the mutual energy between the masculine and the karmic partner. So karmic energy here. And you could look the karmic energy any way you want to look at it, right? You can look at it as the karma, the karmic energy, okay, that's affecting the masculine. You can look at it as an actual relationship. Okay, so however you want to perceive and interpret that karmic energy. But for the masculine and the feminine energy, we have chop wood. So I feel like I'm seeing the broom here. I'm seeing the buckets of water. This is a number 6, and the number 6 is about finding balance. And I think that with this being a 42 and a number 6, it does have to do with relationships. It does have to do with finding a balance, I think, between the masculine and feminine polarity. I feel like there's been eruptions, honestly, and these eruptions could also be due to that balance being upset within all of us, right? So trying to find that balance and really cleaning out karmic energy here, because I'm seeing the broom in the water, and I'm also seeing the light shining through. I don't know if you guys can see that. And it just gives me a very cleansing and meditative feel towards it. So doing this to bring more balance, but, you know, in order to try to bring more balance, that means there was imbalance in the first place. With chop wood, this is very tiring energy. I feel like this is a type of energy of like, please just give me a break here, right? Like, just, I feel like it's this one thing after the next type of energy between the masculine and feminine. And it is due to this imbalance. Whenever we have chaotic energy, what that really is energy that is trying to correct itself or balance itself. So we can go through all kinds of situations where we actually perceive it as chaos or conflict. But what it really is behind the veil is energy just trying to correct itself and find a middle point that it can balance on. Okay, so things are imbalanced. Okay, I feel like with the broom and the water, this is a lot of things being brought up from the past, right? Like, it's kind of like sweeping under the rug. What's been hidden under there, right? All of these being brought out in the open and swift, sweeping actions, right? Or words. So that is what is causing the conflict here. And also, you know, with chop wood, the first thing that really came to mind before I even laid the card down on the table was that I feel like there's some very sharp language being used. And this could definitely be Mars in Sagittarius. Like, this is like overemphasize, excuse me, Mercury retrograde, right? This is like emphasization, however you want to say it, right? Leave it in the comments if you'd like to correct me on that. But yeah, anyways, there's like this overemphasization with that Mars energy going in Sagittarius. It's like that, you know, type of energy. And I feel like there's some very harsh words being said, very harsh, like beliefs as well, maybe very harsh ideas. Also dogmatic ideas that kind of constrains you or places you in a box, you know? So I think that there could be very harsh eruptions verbally here, you know, out of anger, especially when you feel like your ego's being tested or your intelligence is being tested, or when you feel like, and you know, this is a perceived threat, or when you feel like you're even, I feel like for the masculine, feeling like their masculinity has been threatened. All of these things, right, can cause this eruption or reaction with Mars and Sagittarius. So I feel that, again, a very large part of the collective has gone through that today. And I felt it as well, just in the energy. And I know that it wasn't coming just from me. So let's go ahead and see what else we have. I found this little deck, you guys. I haven't pulled it out in such a long time, but let's go ahead and use it. What else do we have for the mutual energy between the feminine and masculine? Okay, so I'm probably going to have to pause and let my cats out of the room. Okay. So with this card, we have enemy, fiend, adversary. Okay. That's what we have with this card. And look, they look all creepy, like they're creeping around the corner, peeking around the corner, right? Hiding in the shadows. That's what this person looks like they're doing. But I definitely feel like this card is symbolizing all of those things that have been brushed beneath the rug, all of those ideas, belief systems, emotions, anger, thoughts, whatever it is that has been swept under the rug, that has not been said, that has needed to be dealt with. So I feel like this Mars and Sagittarius energy is coming in and really pulling the rug up, right? Or sweeping under the rug type of deal. And it might seem, I feel like right now, you know, it's like you're looking at each other and you're like, wow, I feel like you are my enemy. You have said harsh things. You have been mean. You have, you know, all of these things. But you have to remember, it's just the rug being pulled up and being swept under, and it's creating all this karmic dust that's really just been there from the beginning, but right now it's being swept under. So it's creating this big pile, right? It's like snowballing, and this big snowball of karmic dust, and it's all being swept out, swept clean. Okay, here. So that's what spirit really wants you to focus on. Okay. But yeah, it doesn't feel good. I feel like this is harsh language. Someone really has hurt your feelings. And this could be for the feminine or the masculine, or both, really. So just take what resonates with you. This is collective energy with the Mars and Sagittarius. All right, let's see what else we can get here from the information. All right. Let's get a tarot card. Okay. Spirit, please reveal to me, tell me more about the mutual energy here with the divine feminine and masculine energy. And you know, when we talk about divine feminine and divine masculine energy, we're really talking about the highest form of energy, right? So this could be someone or a collective that is very enlightened, okay, spiritually aware. It could be the highest form of energy, the polarities that is working together to achieve certain things or energies, right, in the collective. You know, like the Mars and Sagittarius. So it might feel hard, but it is to achieve certain things. So let's get a tarot card for that energy here. Okay, we have strength. So really beautiful energy to be coming out with that. And you know, it really does symbolize the polarity we were talking about. You know, with this card and with the Mars and Sagittarius, it's learning how to navigate the lower impulses from the higher impulses. And that's really what the Strength card is about, is learning how to balance that. Okay, and again, we had that very reactionary energy. So there's all these karmic things coming out. You're looking deep into the mouth of, you know, a beast here, a lion. And you're looking at what's inside. It might not always be pretty. It might feel dangerous. It might feel scary at times, but You know, it is for the better good, and it's what is going to make your relationship stronger. So right now, while they feel like your enemy, you're really the strength card right now with this person, right? Like, you, at first glance, you might look at this card and think that the lion is her enemy. You might think that she is struggling with the lion, right? Like the lion is trying to eat her. But on second glance, you notice that she's working with the lion, that the lion is allowing her to direct it, to tame it, that they have a relationship, and there is a particular balance about this card. And so that is what is happening here. There's a particular balance that is trying to set in, okay? We have Leo energy here, but you know, fire energy nonetheless. Okay. So let's go ahead and take a look. Let's pull a card for the shadow aspect here. And you know, part of the shadow aspect is in strength in itself, and the way that, you know, it's like you're looking at things from a perspective of a fight, right? Of enemy, me versus you, right? And I think that that's how this masculine is reacting. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at this shadow aspect, and we'll pull a trigger card to go along with that. We got spell casting, ritual, ceremony, and manifestation. Okay, so I think with this card coming out, you know, with the Mars and Sagittarius energy, again, it's a very good time to learn about spiritualities, to learn about religions, to gain as much wisdom as you can, you know, especially in regards to belief systems, ideas, philanthropy, magic, whatever it is, right, that you're interested in. You will have like this burst of curiosity and energy when approaching it. But again, it's like, be careful not to get confined and constrained or trapped really into one set of principles or one specific area, because that really stops us from growing and expanding. And that's what I love about spirituality versus religion, because you're always growing, you're always expanding, you're not constrained to one specific place, right? And it's forever interesting. And yeah, so that's one thing to keep in mind as well, not getting stuck in one sphere, one box. So yeah, we have ritual, ceremony, manifestation. I do feel like there has been a pattern that is trying to be broken right now. Right now is a really good time to break habits, any bad habits, any cycles that you've been trying to break. Okay, that's what I'm feeling. Right now is the perfect time with strength. Any addictions you've been struggling with, and especially with this card coming out, it's the perfect time to utilize that energy towards towards your higher goals, your higher will, your higher wisdom, right? With that Sagittarius energy. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at the masculine's energy towards the feminine, see what we have. But oh yeah, that's right. First, we're going to pull a trigger card. What triggers are coming up with this energy? Okay. We have Starchild. Your home is in the stars. So the trigger is actually literally the astrology. The moon might also play a major part in the astrology as well. And the moon plays a specific role in manifestation. So I'm also seeing here that working with cycles of the moon could be very helpful, especially when you're doing a ritual or whatever it is, to where the goal is releasing, letting go of certain addictions, certain behaviors, anything that is kind of from the lower self that we don't want to keep, right? Anything that's holding us back, bad habits, okay? I also feel like this can be an energy to where it can be very triggering right now to feel out of place, to feel singled out, to feel alone, like you don't have a group, like you don't have a soul tribe, a family, a home. This could be very triggering, okay? And it's a time when we have to rely on our inner strength, on our spiritual team, on our angels, okay? We're never really alone here. And all of our home is really in the stars anyway, right? We're not of this earth, okay? We are in this earth. We're not from this earth. We are from the stars. We are from the cosmic energy and life force of the universe. We are a divine manifestation of the universe's expression, every single one of us. And so it's only natural for us all to feel out of place at certain times here. But this is not allowing that to trigger you into pushing you into a box, pushing you into the constraints of certain beliefs or ideologies or maybe even unhealthy relationships, mindsets, addictions, okay, any of those things. All right, this is where we have to instead find our inner strength and realize we have a whole spiritual team that's ready to help us, okay? So while you might perceive your own worst enemy at this time through others, your own worst enemy is really yourself, okay? So it's very important to feel balanced. And right now, that is where it lies, right? It's really the only worst enemy you have right now is yourself. That's what it's saying here. So, complicated message, Mercury retrograde, it's okay. Let's go ahead and pull the feminine energy specifically. And I'm gonna pull an archetype card here. All right, for the divine feminine energy in this reading. And really, this is more of a collective reading. Okay. Okay, so I knew I've been picking up this energy from my divine feminines. You have really, for a large part of the collective, pulled back. You've become very introverted, focusing on self, focusing on self-growth. And this is like the hermit, going within to find knowledge, trusting your intuition. And that's perfect Sagittarius energy, Mars and Sagittarius, right? You might feel a need to be more introverted right now because of the planetary alignments. And I can see that astrology is playing a big part on how we're feeling right now. And not to mention, Venus is still retrograde right now. It's getting ready to move direct, but we're all feeling it in our relationships. We've all been feeling like, where is my tribe? Where is my home? Where are my people, right? So all of us have been on our own paths separately, but feeling that same sort of loneliness. Let's get another card here and kind of just pulling back. All right. Let's pull a card for the masculine energy. And I'm noticing the teacup on your card, feminine. And this is like reminding me of getting in touch with your intuition again. Really, really, really getting in touch with it again. Okay, so I'm seeing like reading tea leaves, getting into divination, things like that. All right, and becoming kind of introverted, because in order to trust your intuition, you have to really get to know yourself, trust yourself. For the masculine energy, oh, of course, we have the victim. I knew it. Okay, so victim mentality. They're laying on the steps. They're like, I can't get up. I can't move. I'm such a victim, you know, that type of energy. And this feminine is just like pulling back, like, okay, you're being mean. You are acting like you are a victim, right? Especially with the Strength card. Acting like you are a victim when you are actually being cruel, when your words have been cruel, have been mean, right? And it's coming from a place of this masculine questioning where they belong, who they belong with. And again, I've just felt this sinking feeling today due to this energy. And I knew it was this energy when I felt it. But this masculine also believes that everyone is out to get them. Everyone is an enemy right now. They feel like they can't trust anyone. This is their mindset, right? So they're traveling through all the dark places of their mind, and they're saying a lot of horrible things while they're traveling there. So keep that in mind. Let's go ahead and take a look now. Feminine, how are you feeling about your relationship with this masculine? How are you feeling about your relationship with this masculine? Why have you pulled back so much? Okay, so you feel like you're being attacked, all right, by your masculine, and they may have literally verbally attacked you because they felt attacked, okay? They felt attacked at some point and verbally attacked you, all right? But yeah, this is very volatile energy. Again, we have the Sagittarian energy here, so fire energy, heat, quick moving, reactionary, right? He's reacting to the sticks below him. Okay, so reactionary energy. Feminine, you have pulled back because your masculine has been defensive. Okay, they have been reactionary. They have been volatile. They have treated you like an enemy. And so you felt that you needed to go within to pull back. Your masculine has been acting like a victim. They have had a victim mentality. They see the world as being against them, okay? So feminine, what is your thoughts on this? What is your thoughts on this? We have the 10 of Pentacles, okay? So first of all, this is the most, I feel, the most earth-based card of the deck with the 10 of Pentacles, right? It does symbolize the 10th spear on the Tree of Life, and I feel like this is one of the by far most earth-based cards in the deck. And so I feel, feminine, this is too earth-based for you. Okay, you're not trying to sit here and have disagreements, arguments with them. And yes, that is what happened. I feel like you felt the only thing you can do is take a step back. Okay, you feel like you have just been arguing over everything. Okay, and it hasn't felt okay. But I think I'm noticing the dogs here. I think one thing that's really hurt you about this is that you've shown this masculine loyalty while they've been in this victim mentality, fighting everyone around them, okay? And you feel like you're not getting that loyalty back. You feel like this masculine is only being loyal to themselves, okay? So, feminine, what is your highest self? Okay, what are the actions your highest self wants you to take? We got the Two of Pentacles. So the Two of Pentacles is really about finding balance. That's what we all have to focus on right now, is finding balance. You know, and the Pentacles do represent earth-based energy, which is our physical reality. So sometimes even if we're feeling unbalanced, it's because we just need to have time to work things out within ourselves, especially with Mars and Sagittarius. This is like, I'm telling you, it's just like learning so much so quickly that it becomes very hard to become balanced. Okay, so it's finding that earthly balance so that we can manifest balance in our life. And with the Two of Pentacles here, this is finding a new perspective. Okay, we have the 10 and the 2. This is needing a new perspective. And also, I think, feminine, you have noticed the masculine's imbalance. Okay, it could have come through an outburst, an argument, but it's like you have realized that when someone is that defensive, when someone perceives the world as attacking them all the time, then they're in constant fight mode. No matter who is in front of them, they're going to be defensive. They're going to be, you know, attacking because they feel like they're being attacked and they're in fight mode, right? So really the best thing to do sometimes is to pull back and allow them to have time to sort it out within themselves, okay? So let's take a look at the masculine here. Masculine, how are you actually feeling about your feminine? How are you actually feeling about your feminine here, your divine feminine? Oh my gosh, look at how it landed, you guys. Look at that. It's on top of it, put out the candle. Oh my gosh, it was like this and it put out the candle. So wow. Okay, masculine, I get it, but you don't have to put my candle out, thank you. Okay. Let's relight that. Like, namaste, see the candle, chill out, masculine, right? Chill out. They really need to chill, right? Okay. So, Knight of Cups here. This is action. This is action based on how you're feeling. This is action solely based on your emotions, which have been overwhelming for this masculine because they feel they are a victim right now. And it is a victim of their own mentality because they see everyone else as an enemy in their life right now. Okay, they really do. And this is Scorpio energy. This is Pisces energy. This is Cancer energy. Okay, coming out here in the spread, you don't have to be those signs, by the way, but they are letting their emotions control what they say, okay, what they do, their actions. The Knights are all about actions. And some of those emotions are volatile. Some of them aren't warranted. I mean, the emotions are always warranted, don't get me wrong, but it's the things they say out of those emotions that are not warranted, okay? And honestly, they feel like they're genuine, but they're actually not. These things, when they say these things, these horrible things, it's not coming from a place of being genuine. You only feel that way because you're angry. And so when you express angry things, you feel like you're getting it off your chest, but it isn't actually how you feel. And it's directed in the wrong place. Anger is fleeting, it's temporary, and it doesn't last, right? It just doesn't last. It's not like love. It's not everlasting. It's not all empowering. It's not kind. It's the opposite. And it just doesn't last. Like Mars energy, it's that quick impulse, you know, that spark that eventually burns out. And I think at this masculine, at a soul level, really that's what it is. They're feeling burned out. And this Sagittarius Mars energy coming in, and they're becoming reactionary. They're becoming volatile. They're expressing themselves in ways that is reactionary and volatile, right? So what do they think about this whole situation right now? Seven of Swords, they think that the whole world is against them. Like I said, they really do believe this. They feel like they have been taken advantage of. They feel like they have been screwed over, that they have been stolen from, that they have been deceived and they've been tricked. And they feel all of these things, and they feel these surges of anger, and they do express them. But again, this is coming from a place of victim mentality, okay? And I think they're taking it out on their feminine. So what has happened here to where they feel like this, right? What has happened here? Let's see if we can figure it out. Okay, well, we have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. So they don't feel secure in themselves right now. There is something that has been brought up in their life that has caused them to question their beliefs, their faith, what they know, their wisdom. They feel like all of these things are being tested, okay? And they don't feel secure in themselves right now. And they might be struggling. They might be struggling financially, okay? They might be struggling with their relationships. They might be struggling with all of the above, with this card being here, okay? So they can't seem to find a center ground. They can't seem to find balance, okay? And they don't feel comfortable. So there's also an energy here with the Queen of Pentacles in reverse that they just do not feel comfortable in their life right now, and where they are right now in their life and their relationships, okay? So this is a feeling of not feeling comfortable in their skin and in their life and in their circumstances. And they also don't feel comfortable with what they have. All right. Spirit, what actions does this masculine's higher self want him to take? We got the moon here. Getting in touch with your intuition. Isn't it really interesting how the moon and the sun keep coming out here? I'm sorry, the moon keeps making an appearance here, right? I'm seeing the two towers, okay? And, you know, the two towers represents duality, and in between is balance, okay? The middle path, the path of least resistance even. So, you know, this is getting in touch with your intuition, realizing that you haven't exactly been seeing things the right way. Maybe you do have enemies. Maybe you have been tricked. But again, you're placing your anger on the wrong person, on the wrong things. It's not your divine feminine who has tricked you, but you're placing that anger on them, the moon, okay? This is an illusion of your own mind. So Spirit is trying to tell this masculine that through this illusion, all right? So what's going on, masculine? What is going on in your life, okay, with this energy? Let's take a look. Knight of Pentacles, you just can't seem to get to where you want to be. Another knight here. Again, this is reactionary energy, all right? You take a lot of actions without thinking about it first. Okay, you're jumping to conclusions is what Spirit is saying here. So sometimes you have to sit back and think about things. And sometimes it's better not to take actions, but to thoroughly analyze with the moon, analyze things before you do take action. With the Knight of Pentacles, it doesn't matter how long it takes when you're confident in your decisions. All right. What else is going on? Also, with the Knight of Pentacles, this is their belief being questioned, their faith being questioned, the ego being tested. And that's what the Black Horse stands for. All of those things being tested. Okay, and the moon is a reflection of the lower sphere, or I'm sorry, it's a reflection of the highest sphere, but it's reactionary, right? The moon is reactionary to the sun. And so this is their reactionary behavior. We got the Page of Pentacles. You feel like someone has taken something from you. You feel like things have not been fair. Okay. You also feel that This is a specific message, but I feel like for this masculine, they feel that something has been taken from them and given to someone else who is less experienced, less qualified for whatever it is that they were trying to accomplish. Moving the camera down now. Okay. So we also have a message here. Okay. There's a message here that this masculine has received about their finances as well. And it isn't good. They feel like, again, this is like the energy of something being taken, something being stolen, unrightfully given to someone else. And this is what they're really mad about. And I think that they see themselves as a victim and they're upset and they feel like the entire world is out to get them. And that's what I'm seeing here from their energy. Okay. And they're reacting. They're letting these emotions control them and reacting and actually pushing away the people who genuinely do want to help them with, you know, like their divine feminine. All right. So what does Spirit want to say to this masculine? I have Aquarius here. I have Cancer, Scorpio, a lot of Earth. We have avoidance. They've been avoiding this truth. Okay. This is a masculine who definitely does have, you know, I said you see yourself as your worst enemy, but it's like, yeah, they literally are their worst enemy. They are holding themselves back. They're avoiding the truth, avoiding their intuition. Okay. And I think it's stalling them. I think they're blaming you, feminine, for things that are happening in their life as well, because they don't want to see the truth. All right. We got self-care. It's about finding tools that work for you, finding your path, finding your way, what works for you. It doesn't have to be everybody else's path, right? But sometimes when we're feeling a lot of resistance on the path we're on, it's because we are meant to go a different direction, take it in a different direction, or even go on a new path altogether. But this masculine has been ignoring themselves. They've been ignoring their intuition as well. Okay. So let's get a card here for this masculine energy here. Okay, we got 2. All right, so we got, I see the dog here. Dogs represent loyalty, okay, love. And you know, it's funny, I saw the dog earlier. I feel like this masculine, this is only going to resonate with some of you, but this masculine might have 3 dogs. But this is about being true, being loyal, and their faith, you know. This masculine right now is at a point in their life where they feel like their faith is being tested. Their loyalty is being tested. But I think they're taking that out on everyone else. They're testing everyone else's loyalty. They're treating everyone else like they're not loyal to them when they are. So they're pushing away those that are really loyal. And we have thought. Okay, so they're very much in their head. They're letting their mindset, honestly, like take over. Just like we talked about in the beginning with that Mars and Sagittarius energy. And that's kind of one of the things we have to avoid. All right. So let's see. So yeah, Spirit's saying, stop avoiding the truth. It's time to face it. And you're strong enough, okay? And when you avoid the truth, it can really lead to situations that are not good, especially there could be something about this masculine's health and that they've been avoiding for quite some time. And Spirit doesn't want you to keep avoiding it, okay? Because ignoring a problem only allows that problem to like go wild, you know? It doesn't solve anything, okay? The best way is to address it. And so that's what I'm seeing here. So let's get another trigger card. Yes, so getting back into the moment, getting back to yourself. Because honestly, it's like this victim mentality, this is not their usual mentality. And it's almost like that strength has been hijacked from them, and their own mentality, their own personality has like been hijacked and replaced with this, you know, someone who tells himself they're powerless. It's no use to even try, who gets trapped in their thoughts, who, believes the world is against them. This is due to ungrounding. Okay. So spending time outside, spending time in nature. Okay. Also meditating. All right. Spending time with your friends, with your family, is all ways that you can become more grounded. Okay. So let's go ahead and take a look at the karmic energy. We got happy, happy. All right. And we see the lock here. So I really feel like this is happiness being locked away. Okay. This is a number 8. All right. Yeah, it's like this is happiness. There's a lock here to get to it, but the masculine doesn't have the key. Neither one of them are happy in this relationship, but I feel they pretend to be. They pretend to be happy. Okay. Avoiding the real truth. So let's see what else we can get here from that energy. And I'm also feeling like in the karmic energy, this could be for the longest time equating your happiness with material things, with how much money you have, with financial things, and then all of a sudden this disruption to those things, and now it's like you've fallen, your mind has fallen into this darker place, and you've got this victim mentality. And and that victim mentality is kind of trapping you in that place instead of giving you the hand you need to pull yourself up. So yeah, the first thing is to realize the truth, stop avoiding it. Okay, that only you can change your situation. So let's take a look here at this energy further, the karmic energy. We got headless horseman. Okay, decapitated, severed, broken. This is a broken connection. The happiness feels broken. Okay, happiness like a current, you can spread it, right? You can share happiness with another. It's contagious. Not here. Okay. So yeah, it feels like a broken relationship. It feels like it's impossible for them to be happy. I feel like they've sunken into depression. Okay, and they've started taking it out on people around them. And that's not good. And it's because they feel so ungrounded, so disconnected to their life right now. All right. So let's get a clarifier for this. What do we have here? We have death. Okay. The death of happiness. No more smiling. Okay. No more pretending to be happy. You can't even do that anymore. This is karma. Okay. Karma coming back around, hitting you right in your beliefs, right in what you think you know, and saying, you know what? You actually don't know anything. Masculine. It's time to face the truth because you've had a blindfold on. Okay, you haven't learned anything in this karmic relationship with the blindfold on. You have to take it off. You have to experience, you have to see for yourself. And we have death here. Okay, so the death of pretending to be happy. No more of that. There's no more of that. This masculine can't even pretend anymore. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at the karmic energy. We're going to look at the masculine energy, okay, with the archetype cards. So And the karmic masculine, or the divine masculine with the karmic partner, take what resonates. Energy, what do we have here? Gypsy soul. Again, feeling like they don't belong here. Their intuition calling them to a deeper meaning, to a truth that they've been avoiding. Okay, but they can't avoid it any longer, knowing that they don't belong here. I also feel like this is like an existential crisis. Like, you know, I feel like every human being goes through the experience of questioning why you're here, where you came from, what's it all about, and contemplating, you know, a space of, you know, the afterlife and the whole experience, right? That is uncomfortable to talk about. But this masculine is in that. I feel like they're going through this existential crisis and this existential experience, really. And it's all to get them closer to their intuition. Okay. This is true magic. This is alchemy, inner alchemy. That's where true magic lies. Okay. So that's what's happening here. Let's take a look at the karmic energy towards the masculine or the feminine. Take whatever resonates. We got creator. So they have been a creator of much stress. They have been a creator of much sadness in this relationship. Okay. They have been a creator of this victim mentality, and they have definitely highly contributed to the victim mentality that this masculine is in. Okay. To where this masculine, I feel, is questioning their whole existence, where they belong, who they belong with, why they're here, all of those things, and totally feeling tricked, deceived. This karmic had a huge part to play in this. And maybe that was their purpose the whole time, right? And that's why we have death here, because now finally there can be a possibility of an ending coming in, because there has been this birth, this creation of what is bringing this masculine closer to their own truth. Okay. It's to a point to where they no longer feel comfortable avoiding the truth. And that's where the victim mentality mindset's really coming from. Headless horseman decapitated. Right? It goes along with that. That's where it's really coming from. You're not using your mind. You're not using your eyes, your senses, your intuition. Okay? That's why you got the headless horseman. All right. So let's get further into this. All right. Spirit, show me, how does this masculine feel about this karmic partner? Another night. You got to be kidding me. Another night. We have Knight of Swords in reverse. Okay. So yeah, they're very reactionary. They are very volatile. You want to know where all that Knight reactionary energy is coming from? Well, here it is. Okay. This is the rudest and crudest things being said. Feminine, you think they've said some rude stuff to you. You should hear the crap coming out of this karmic's mouth. And actually what this masculine says to them as well. It's a two-way street here. And you know, it's all a cover-up. It's all a cover-up for the truth. Just acknowledging that maybe walking away is better. Maybe that is what you're meant to do. Knight of Swords, swift action, reactionary, right? Like, that's Mars and Sagittarius, right? You know, it could be considered that type of energy, swift moving, reactionary. So let's see, what does this masculine think about how he's been feeling towards the karmic? Think about the karmic. We got the Queen of Wands. Okay. So what does he think about the situation? I mean, this Queen of Wands is really a brutal energy next to the Knight of Swords. He feels like this Karmic, the Queen of Wands, is very demanding of him, and that somehow they bring out this vicious side of them. They're like, how do you even bring out this side in me? I don't understand where it comes from, but only you can bring it out. And I think this Karmic does attack them relentlessly. And this masculine has gotten used to that. They've put themselves in a victim mentality. They're used to it. It's not serving them at all whatsoever in their best interest whatsoever. What does their highest self want them, the actions their highest self want them to take? All right, in regards to the Karmic relationship. We got the Hierophant in reverse. Okay, everything this Karmic has made you believe. Look at the keys. The keys are right there. Do you see them? The keys to your happiness, masculine, lie and throwing everything you've ever known, everything you've believed, everything that you've learned with this Karmic to this point, throwing it away because it's not real happiness. It was false beliefs, a false teacher leading you down the wrong path. Okay, with the Hierophant in reverse. So, this is going against what you've always believed. This is going against your mindset now, your belief now that you are a victim in this relationship, in the situation, that you can't change it, that you can't do anything, but you can. It's starting with cutting out those beliefs. Okay, this is Mars and Sagittarius, and this is a type of energy that helps. You want to learn rapidly. Now is the time. You want to cut out old belief systems and learn something new rapidly. Do you want to rapidly transform? Now is the time, right? Alchemy, transformation, fire and heat is essential for that. Okay, and we have plenty of heat with Mars and Sagittarius. All right, so just like the Knight of Swords, forging their actions through the fire. That's how steel is forged, right? It's through fire. Okay, so this masculine is forging their self through fire. Okay, through this transit. And with the Hierophant in reverse, their beliefs are going to be tested. Their beliefs are going to be questioned, okay, by the universe. It's not just the divine feminine. This is the universe wanting you to expand your mind, okay? And Mars is divine masculine energy. It's time for that expansion, okay? So let's take a look. How does the Karmic feel about what's going on between her and the masculine? We got the Six of Swords. So this is Libra energy, okay? This has to do with the relationships. This is, we're just going to move on. We're just going to move forward like we always do, right? Like it doesn't even matter. Tomorrow we're going to wake up. We're going to be in the same relationship, same place. They're not going anywhere. They're not moving anywhere. It doesn't matter what I say to them. Tomorrow they'll still be here. That's what they're saying. That's how they feel. Let's take a look at the thoughts. Six of Cups in reverse. This definitely could be a past life belief system that this masculine is actually breaking. It could also be a generational belief system or some sort of belief system or idea or something that was placed on them as a child, okay, through their family. So it could be generational. Again, take what resonates. I know that might be very specific just for a few of you, but Six of Cups here in reverse, okay. So this is very immature energy, I have to say. All right, they believe this masculine is immature. They believe they are a fool, okay? This karmic sees them both as like two children lost at sea. That's how they see them in the world. And it's immature. All right. They take out their emotions and feelings on each other. What is this karmic's higher self trying to tell them to do? Oh, look, 7 of Wands. Look at that. So this karmic doesn't really communicate with their higher self. It's more so the reflection of their higher self. Well, I would say it's more so like desires and impulses, right? With the 7 of Wands, again, Sagittarian energy. Okay, this is provoking. They're provoking them. All right, but you know what? Spirit wants them to provoke them. Spirit's allowing all of this to happen because at the end of the day, it gets this masculine to a place where they realize that they are strong. Okay, that the only place they have to look for strength is within themselves. When you label everyone else an enemy, the only person you have is yourself. So then you have to find your strength in yourself. Okay, you have to change your mindset. You can no longer afford to be a victim. And that's why Spirit is allowing this, okay? All right, so trigger cards. Trigger cards for the masculine karmic dynamic. Let's start with the masculine. Oh, wait, you know what? Yeah, let's get the trigger cards first. Okay, masculine, listen, I know that it hurts. This is Spirit. I'm channeling Spirit right now. Spirit is saying, I know that it hurts. I know it does. Okay, I know it's been hurting. I know that you're still hurting. I know that you feel this hurt is never going to end. But the first step is to acknowledge the pain. You have to acknowledge it. You have to stop avoiding it. And a large part of this pain comes from relationships, circumstances, people, situations around you. See it. She's looking in the mirror. So this is see it, acknowledge it. That's the very first step. And that's why this is being allowed. And it's also why Spirit is allowing this masculine to speak. Well, we have free will, right? But is allowing them to kind of take advantage of this Mars energy, just like blurting things out, you know, because it is bringing more pain to them. Honestly, it is. Every time they open their mouth with this stuff, they regret it later. And it's meant to get them to acknowledge themselves. Okay, acknowledge who they really are. Stop avoiding the truth. This feminine has tried to bring up the truth. Okay, and you got ugly with her. You did. Okay, you got nasty and you got ugly. So the first step now, you need to find that truth within yourself. That's what Spirit is saying. That's why you feel like you're in an existential crisis. You haven't been following Spirit. You haven't been following your intuition, and it has led you into a state of paranoia. So the first step is for you to acknowledge that pain, you to acknowledge that fear, that mindset, and no one else can do it for you. Not your divine feminine, not even the karmic, no one, not even Spirit. You have to do that. You have to take initiative to do that. Acknowledgement, truth. It's all within you. Trigger card for the karmic. Let's see here. Wow, I feel like that took a while. Okay, we have runner. Someone's running from the truth. Running, 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 avoiding the truth. Okay, so listen, it's not up to the karmic to show you the truth. This karmic is in their own way. They're showing you the truth through deceit, through illusion, through lies, through knocking you down. Okay, they're showing you the truth of what you need to let go of. They're showing you what this type of dynamic, this type of relationship can do to your own mentality, how you feel about yourself. They're showing you the truth. You just have to be willing to open your eyes to see it. They're showing you. Acknowledge it. And I know that might hurt, but sometimes hurt and pain is the only way to self-realization. All those hurtful, painful things we don't want to recognize about ourselves, about our circumstances, the things we ignore, we procrastinate about. Those are the things that will change our life. Those are the things that'll change your life. Those are the things that'll change you. It all starts within. Okay? So let's get a beautiful message from Spirit. All right, now this message is for whoever has made it this far in the reading. I want to say, if you've made it this far, thank you for staying the whole way through. Okay, and this message is for you personally. I'm going to simply read the card, and you can interpret it however you want from Spirit. If I see an obvious interpretation through, that's connected to this, I will state it. But other than that, I don't plan on it. This is your message, okay? And, you're meant to grow your intuition. This is an exercise for you as well. So let's see what card we have here. Message to you from Spirit. Okay. So you got the Robin. And you might be seeing birds. You might be seeing an actual robin outside your window, because they have a message for you. And the robin is a messenger. They're a messenger that brings comfort. And they can also be a symbol of our loved ones who have passed to the other side, bringing a message to you. Okay, so for some of you, this message is actually from a loved one who has passed. Okay. The robin brings a message to you from the realm of spirit. Your loved ones who have passed want you to know they are near and to find comfort knowing they never truly died. Bodies die, but energy, souls are eternal. The true us is our spirit. And I think I know who this is for. Actually, I think this message is for one of my personal clients who I consider a friend. Okay, so I feel like this message is for her, and I'm feeling that strongly right now, but also other people could resonate with it too. Okay. The true us is our spirit. When we leave this body, we do not cease to exist. When you feel the presence of your loved ones, or maybe even see them or hear them, then know that you are feeling and seeing and hearing the presence of an alive person, okay? They are not a dead person. If it was true, there is a dead person, that would mean that us still here in this dimension are ghost or dead people in bodies. Your loved ones are still very much so alive, maybe even more alive than they ever were while limited by their physical form. So for some of you, a loved one is coming over and to tell you they're more alive now than they were in their physical form. There was something about their physical form that constrained them, and that they feel more free, they're more alive. Your loved ones may be communicating with you all of the time, guiding you, hugging you, trying to make contact so you can feel the peace that they feel and know that everything is going to be okay. Life will go on. Though you have told yourself they no longer exist, so you're not able to receive their guidance. Do you consider your angels and spirit guides to be dead just because you can't physically see them? Of course you don't. The more we realize this, the more our own physical bodies will not limit us in sensing the dimension of spirit that is as close to us as the air that we breathe. Your loved ones are safe and still living a life of their own. They see every tear you cry. They hear every prayer that you speak. If you want to hear them back, you have to stop thinking that they no longer exist, or the messages of solace, healing, and peace that they may be whispering to you will never be understood. The robin says to pay attention to the signs and the synchronicities happening all around you every day. You never know when a tiny songbird fluttering at your window is a holy message you have been desperately needing to embrace life again. Okay. So, wow, that's a beautiful, beautiful message. And I also want to get one more message to go along with that. And we're just going to get a message from the angels. And again, if you're feeling alone, if you're feeling, if you're missing someone who's passed away, you feel alone on this earth, this is the message saying you're not alone and your loved ones are. Oh my gosh, we had another card fall out, you guys. Look. I did not even notice this. This is a coyote. So this is another message for someone, okay? The coyote's about a trickster, right? So masculine, right? You feel like everyone's tricking you, everyone's against you, but could it be your own mind tricking you? This is about adapting and medicine. Let's see what message the coyote has for you. The coyote medicine shows us that many things really are not as they seem. The coyote is a benevolent trickster, teaching us powerful life lessons by challenging our intuition and our ability to adapt to unforeseen changes you are meant to adopt. Okay? Adapt. Coyote fools us so we don't get fooled again. Okay? Has someone taken advantage of your kindness? Have they conned you of your money? Have they taken advantage of your love or your time with their facade? Now you will be able to smell a trickster from a mile away. The coyote teaches us to read energy, not words, so we are no longer fooled by opportunists with shady intentions. The coyote is a natural opportunist, quickly adapting to changes and going from surviving to thriving always. With its quick wits and resourcefulness, the coyote is always able to change the negative into a positive, just like what is happening with you. Everything is going to turn into a positive, okay? So have you really recently been hit with a sudden change that seems negative? Call to your inner coyote so that he can aid you in making the best of a bad situation. You have gone through many changes in life, and each time you adapted and you transformed into something even greater than before. That is true magic, true alchemy. Though your environment may seem harsh, with the sharp intellect, the wits, and resourcefulness of the coyote, you will learn how your new surroundings work quickly and go from surviving to thriving in no time, okay? So it won't be long. You are adapting, okay? Power animal. Oh my gosh, you guys, can you even believe this? Like, I didn't see this card at first. It was under here, and I read this and I felt called to draw another card. So I drew power animal, and I feel like spirit was directing us to the coyote card. Like, and then I didn't see the coyote card till after I read that and looked down. So wow. So yeah, the medicine of the coyote, your animal spirit guide is a guardian to you and is helping you with this situation. And I feel like for you, it could be the robin, it could be the coyote. Okay, so look for the coyote to remind you of this message. Look for the robin to receive the message from your loved ones of comfort, of love. Okay, so the animals are going to be giving you messages. So keep an open eye. All right, that's my reading for you. If it resonated, let me know down below. Please like and subscribe. Help me to expand my channel. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye.